Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? Happy Friday. How y'all doing? How is y'all out there doing? Okay. Thank y'all for coming to another live quick chat. We just talk about a few topics, a few things. I try not to keep you guys too long, but sometimes we have so much fun when we talking in these comments and stuff. So, we just press forward. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. But hopefully I won't be on here too long because I do have some things that I need to do. But I just wanted to hop on and talk about a few topics. We did learn some news today, some very, very unfortunate news today regarding DMX. It was a lot of talk about DMX. A lot of people had a lot of things to say since, he suffered from the heart attack and the overdose and everything that he had going on. What was it, last week? And we're getting a lot of mixed news about what was happening with him. 1 minute, oh, it was COVID or something. Then we're hearing that it wasn't COVID. Then we're hearing that he was off the breathing machine. He was breathing on his own. Then we're hearing, no, that's not true. He's still on life support. So it was a lot of stuff. You had Claudia Jordan going out there saying RIP and people dragging her across America from California all the way up to New York. She just completely got dragged. And you got Lunel over here talking about some RIP, he's absent from the body now, he's present with the Lord, and just all of this stuff going on. Then his manager coming out, can y'all please stop this SHI? Please cut it out. Let the family make their statement. They're gonna come to y'all the next day and make the statement. Can you please just be quiet? I was with the manager because I feel like, why is everybody in this state of I have to break the news? I have to be the one to say, let me be the first person to say RIP. So when they look back on this moment, the first time I saw it on Claudia page. I first learned about it on Lunel page. Like, it's just... So to me, it's tacky, that people have to find out about, some people finding out about their family members and stuff like on Facebook and shit like that. I'm kind of over the whole people try to rush to break the news. And that just makes me feel like y'all RIPs, when y'all say that, it be so not sincere at all. It ain't no sincerity in that shit at all. 1 minute y'all like pray, and all of this surround them, send them our love, and the very next minute it's RIP. We couldn't do that for you. Like, it was a whole lot, and I really didn't like that at all. So when Funkmaster Flex came out and he started calling people out about them kind of being fake and stuff, I kind of felt him on that a bit. But then I also kind of felt the people on, well, if I got a photo of him and I want to share my latest time that I've had spent with him, then let me post it, because that's my page, this is my memory, and this is how I'm feeling in this moment. But so I kind of felt it both sides. I felt like it was a little bit kind of like a little clout chase. You're not being sincere. You really don't care about what's going on with him. You wasn't even talking to this man before, so don't try and act like y'all cool now, so I kind of felt him on that. But I also felt the people like, this was my last known memory that I have with this person, so I want to be able to share that, even though they have not passed on yet. This was the last picture I took of them when they were in better health, so I want to be able to post that. So I kind of understand that too. But for me, something like with me, I be want people to have the same energy before and after. If I'm successful and you wasn't with me before I became successful, I need you to be that same person. I've been like that since high school. Like, just something so small as being a cheerleader. If you did not talk to me before I became a cheerleader, I want you to maintain that same energy. Okay? When I pledged, if you did not talk to me before I pledged, keep that same energy. I'm probably going to be like that after death, even though I can't control that at all. But if you ain't rock with me like that before I died, don't you post no don't you post nothing about me, ma'am, sir, ma'am. We not cool like that for real. Okay, don't be posting shit about me. And also, that's kind of how, what I'm saying, I'm sure I'm going to be feeling, even after death, my spirit just gonna be like, look at this bitch. No, she didn't. I'm definitely gonna be feeling away. But I'm gonna be dead to the best. I ain't gonna be able to feel no kind of ways. But somewhere in there, knowing me, I'm gonna find a way to feel away. You see what I'm saying? But all in all, rest in peace to DMX. It was very unfortunate news. We did kind of know where it was gonna go, but still hoping that's just not what it is, because to me, I still feel like 50 is young. He still has a lot of life to live, but I also felt like I did not want to see him continue to go through this pain, because he's been on drugs and having to deal with crack and all this other stuff he's just been dealing with throughout his life since he was a child. So when did he ever get the opportunity to just really be free and just have like a good life? So, you know, it's an unfortunate situation. I really hate that for his family. I hate it for anybody in his family that did not have a healthy relationship with him. You know what I'm saying? They weren't able to mend fences. And I hope that, I guess with the family keeping him on life support as long as they did, was giving people the opportunity in the time of COVID, if they were even able to say their goodbyes how they needed to. So, you know, it's just really sad, man. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to DMX. You know, although he had some bad times, he had a lot of great times, and he left us with a lot of great times. And despite what all he had going on in his demons, like everything that he's done, it's gonna live on forever. So he's still going to be living on. Just like when I think about Tupac, you know, Tupac's not here anymore. One of my favorite rappers, he's not here anymore, but we're still talking about him. He's still relevant to this day. So I definitely see the same thing being for DMX. So like I said, you know, rest in peace to him, and, you know, condolences to the family and stuff. And, you know, it's just a terrible time right now. You know, it's just a lot going on, y'all. It kind of makes me reflect back to my family members that I lost last month. So it's just a lot going on, and I just hope that people wrap their arms around the family and just send them a lot of love during this time. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I have for DMX. Like I said, you know, RIP to him. And we're gonna move on to some other unfortunate news, I would say. Prince Philip, I believe that is his name. Prince Philip, he is the grandfather of what's his name, the boy with the red hair, girl. That's sad that I can't even think about the prince's name. You know, Prince Harry, is that it? Prince Harry, okay, because he's the best looking one that they got over there in the clan. So that's his grandfather, from my understanding. He passed away at 99 years old, and they sure be over there living long, don't it? what y'all be over there doing? They be over there for a long time, honey, just hanging on. I don't even know if Prince Harry has had a conversation with his dad since he's left England or wherever they at, London, wherever they at, child, since he's left from over there, the kingdom. I don't even know if he's been in contact with his granddad. The way he been moving, he don't give by none of them people. But I do wonder, with the memories he's had with his granddad over these years, I just wonder how he's feeling in this moment, and if he's going to be able to make that trip, if he's going to be welcomed back for that trip so that he can send off his grandfather. So I'm wondering about that. But I ain't gonna lie, y'all, and I ain't even trying to be funny. I guarantee y'all, Queen Elizabeth over there like, mother, when am I next? Like, when is it gonna happen? I know she need to be shaking in her motherfucking boots. I don't care how many times this lady be sitting up here smiling with this little hat on and these little brooches and stuff like that. I don't trust her. So when what's his name, Prince Harry's wife was sitting up, excuse me, Meghan Markle was like, oh, you know, she was really nice to me. I'm like, I don't care what she was, because I don't trust her. Okay, I don't trust that little lady at all. So I'm sure a lot of people over there like, is she next? When is it gonna happen? And I know she over there wondering, is she next, honey? I don't know, but get your affairs in order. They said don't nobody know the day nor the time, honey. So, you know, either way, girl, good luck. Okay, we're gonna move on. Excuse me, we're gonna move on to like some TV stuff. Let's talk about some television and things, right? So, Waiting to Exhale. It looks like they're about to get their own series. So, Waiting to Exhale author Terry McMillan, you guys can see her down below on the photo there, wants original stars to appear in the upcoming series. Okay, now as we go along, y'all are gonna see that I'm not really here for all of these reboots. Okay, some stuff y'all need to leave alone. Okay, leave it alone. But Waiting to Exhale, since this was a movie, I am here for a series. I do not see these ladies actually playing in the film as, you know, themselves later on in life, but I can see them probably popping in here or there or having some type of affiliation with what's going on. So it says, as previously reported, author Terry McMillan, who wrote the novel that was later adapted into a film, confirmed that a TV show was in the works and that Lee Daniels is producing. She tweeted in November. So Waiting to Exhale is going to be a TV series produced by Lee Daniels. Attica Locke and Timby Locke are writing. Anthony Hemingway will direct, and that's what it looks like it's gonna be. ABC Network later issued a script commitment with a penalty for the show, so subjecting Lee Daniels to a deal. So it looks like we are going to get that. And I think Lee Daniels, I know he's had controversy surrounding him, but I think that he does great jobs when he brings shows to TV. I think he did a pretty good job with Empire, although I fell off. I'm still upset about Star. What happened with that? Y'all need to come back and finish that. Cause I don't know, y'all need to come back and finish Star. Cause I'm still in my feelings about that. How y'all just gonna drop the season when it was getting real good? What the fuck? Now, if you need to bring it to BET Plus, all black, you know what I'm saying? Amazon Prime, because Lord knows they need some content, honey. So if y'all need to do that, do what it is that you need to do. And bring Star back for at least one more season. Okay, and I love me some King of Maya, and I'm just sitting up here like, so you mean to tell me I'm not gonna see her on the screen at all? Okay, I mean, Pose, y'all can even give her a role or something, honey. Like, what is really happening over here? Okay, so yeah, I definitely want to see King of Maya back on my screen at some point. So I wish they would just bring Star back so they can wrap up that season properly. Okay, but as far as Waiting to Exhale, I think this is actually going to be good. The series is described as a funny and sincere follow-up to the film, and will this time tell a group of women as they navigate throughout the friendship with each other and motherhood. So I think it's going to be a really good show. I'm going to be down to watch it. I'm going to be tuned in. Like, what's going on? I'm definitely here for that. Absolutely. So next we're going to talk about House Party, because y'all know I just talked about reboots, right? So LeBron James is redoing House Party. So it looks like they're saying that plans are well underway for the House Party reboot, which is being produced by Spring Hill's LeBron James and Maverick Carter. I like that name. That name sounds like Maverick Carter. You sound rich, Maverick. How you doing? Okay, according to reports, negotiations are being made to cast George Lindenberg and Tossin Cole. I do not have their images. I should have grabbed their images, but they are working on getting the show casted. I am concerned. You know, this sounds like it's going to be a reboot. It's going to be a movie, not a series. If it was being turned into a series, maybe I would care a little bit more. But sometimes the classics don't need to be motherfucking touched. Some of them, I'd be like, yeah, let's redo it. Sometimes I'm like, no. And I just feel like House Party was the SHI and the T. Let's not redo it. I am okay with like the Will. Y'all know Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I think it's going to be called Bel-Air. They're coming out with kind of like a reboot, but it's a drama series. It's a completely different concept, yet same concept, if that makes sense. Like, it's not going to be a sitcom, comedic, episodic type. It's going to be completely different. And I'm here for the drama series. Like, I'm definitely here for that. So if they were redoing House Party in a whole different fashion, maybe. But we just going to see. Because everybody not doing a great job with the reboot. So we just going to, I mean, he already doing a reboot. LeBron is already doing the reboot of Space Jams. So we just gonna see. I haven't seen Space Jam yet. I don't even know when it comes out. It may be good, it may not. But hopefully they're able to deliver on this. But it's like everything don't need a reboot. Okay? Not everything. Y'all, what y'all think about that? What do y'all think about it? Oh, somebody said LeBron needs to sit down, honey. 1 through 3 were good. Leave them alone. I agree. Leave them alone. Like, just leave them alone. Yes. Thank you so much for that, Jason. You guys, yes, this would be a great time for you all to like the video as I am going through you all's comments and I am reading what you all have to say. Please do me a huge favor. I don't ask for much. I just ask that you please like the video. Thank you so much. You guys are appreciated. And while I'm at it, I just want to make sure y'all like the video. Thank you so much. But while I'm at it, I just want to send a big thank you to everybody that has CASHAPPed me, sent a super chat, has sent me PayPal with a message. I have got it. I'm like, dang, I wish I could respond back to these people, but I'm not able to like respond back. So this is my way of responding back to y'all by telling you all thank you so much. Excuse me. To those people that have gone to my website and have purchased a Hey Bid or a Gold Fetish or Black Lives Matter pin or purchased anything from my website, thank you guys so much. You guys do not have to do anything, yet you choose to. And I just want to make sure that I let you all know that I appreciate you and I thank you so very much. Thank you all. Let's see what else. Let me go on and see what else you guys are saying. I would feel better if it was a series, but they need to leave House Party alone. AF. Absolutely. Please leave it alone. Please let it go. Like, I'm concerned. We gonna see. we gonna see how it goes. Hopefully, LeBron James is a person that is very particular on how he presents his brand and the work that he does. So all we can do is cross our fingers, because whether we like it or not, it seems like it's gonna happen, you know. But I'm with y'all in these comments. A lot of y'all are saying y'all don't want this SHI. Like, y'all don't want it at all. And I'm here for it. Let me see if I could do this on here. How can I add it on here? No, I can't. So I have to go to my actual page. I'll do that later then. Okay. All right. Yeah, no worries. All right. So let's move on to something else. Let's move on to Tyler Perry. So you guys know, like, what was it, last year sometime? Tyler said that he was doing away with Madea. There will be no more Madea. Madea is going to go ahead and she's going to rest and she's going to chill out. And I was just like, I refuse to believe, because your claim to fame has been Madea, and we have grown to love her. She could live for 100 years and more. Okay, she can live longer than Prince Philip, honey, and we be here for it. So it's like, don't go and sit her down or anything. But he decided to kind of switch it up. So it's like Madea is gone, but I feel like Madea may make some appearances. I don't know, maybe not. But what we're learning is that Tyler Perry lands a Madea prequel series at Showtime. So it seems like we're going to follow Medea's life before Madea became Madea. And I believe the show is going to be called Mabel. So the series, which is said to have been snagged by Showtime, is titled Mabel. The series will focus on a crazy 20-something Black woman named Mabel Simmons. I am here for it. I am here for it. It's going to be on Showtime. I do believe he got some people to actually be writers and to pitch in on this. He's not doing everything by himself. So I think Showtime not going to play. I think Showtime's going to get him the budget. They're going to get him the coin that he wants to make this thing a success. And I'm going to be tuned in for sure. Absolutely. I'm definitely going to be tuned in. I hope you guys are. So I'm definitely here for something like that. I likes me some Madea, period. So let's move on to another series, or not really a series, but more so a special that's going to take place. And y'all already know, the series will feature Better Wigs, and you know it, honey. Better Wigs is also going to be featuring people not acting like they eating and drinking air, okay, in the background as extras. Hello, they are going to hopefully spin the block on that budget, okay, and pay attention. There will not be any mics or boom mics or anything being shown at the bottom or the top of the screen. Hear what it is that I say. Everything will be in place, okay? But I will say this. Y'all not going to front on Tyler Perry as if he don't make some good stuff, because he has put some good movies out in theaters, I think. Like what was it? A Family That Prays or whatever with Sanaa Lathan. Like, he's put out a lot of good movies that were pretty good. But I think since he's decided to kind of do everything on his own as he needed to, for whatever reason, I think that's where it was kind of like the ball may have dropped a little bit, because he was scarce on help. He really just had himself and whoever else he was willing to like pay a little bit, whatever, to. So his team probably was much smaller. So that could have been it. But it seems like when he partners with larger production companies, it comes out to be even better. So I know he's going to do his thing. And like I said, I'm looking forward to it. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on to something else, which is this Bravo special with these motherfucking children. Okay, so you got Noel, Riley, and Cairo. I believe that's his name, Cairo. Cairo is the son to Sheree Whitfield. Y'all know Riley is the daughter to Candy Burris, and then Noel is the daughter to Leon from Five Heartbeats, the actor, as well as Cynthia Bailey. Now, they are going to have some other colorless people that will be a part of the show, but I'm not really familiar with those children. Therefore, they're not here on the side, as you can see. There's going to be like a Bravo special. Just, I guess they're going to be catching up with the kids, seeing what they're doing, seeing what they've been up to, asking them a few questions. I believe Andy is asking people to submit questions that we can ask them. So I'm wondering if it's going to be like a reunion style thing where they're going to ask, or, well, they did mention that they're supposed to be on Watch What Happens Live. So, okay, I'm not going to watch that. I'm going to be honest. I'm not really going to be that tuned in. I watch the clips as they drop on Instagram, but I don't think I'm going to be, I don't think I'm going to be watching that. Like, I don't think it's going to be anything newsworthy. And if it is, it's going to make its way to Instagram. And then that's how I watch it. So that's just where we at with that. Like, I'm not going to be sitting up here. Honey. Y'all let me know if y'all gonna be watching it, but I don't really give it them that much to see what these kids got going on or what they talking about. The only question people gonna have is, Riley, ma'am, what's up with your nose? Why did you get the nose job? How are you feeling about the nose job? And I don't know if Riley's gonna answer that question. And if Riley does answer that question, I feel like she's gonna answer that question like a general answer, like it's not going, I don't think it's gonna be direct. I think it's just gonna be whatever, shoot the breeze, whatever, and let's move on. Don't worry about my motherfucking nose, worry about yours. So I think that's what it's gonna be. So we ain't gonna really get no answers. So what's the point? Okay, so let's just move on from that. But y'all let me know if y'all gonna tune in, because I ain't watching it. Okay, Instagram drops enough information for me, honey. Let's move on. Okay, next up we have Reggae Jean Page. I be wanting to say Reggae Jean Paul. Don't that sound better? Reggae Jean Paul. That just, oh, it's just something about it. Okay, Reggae Jean Paul. Say it with me. Reggae Jean Paul. Okay, Paul, like the lady said on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Have you talked to Paul? Yes, like that. Reggae Jean Paul, okay? But it's Reggae Jean Page, okay? Page. That don't even, the tongue don't even, you know what I'm saying? It's just, he cute, but the page ain't. So we just gonna, yeah. So they're saying that Reggae Jean Page reportedly turned down the offer to make guest appearances on Bridgerton for season 2. They were gonna offer this man $50,000 a month episode. Sir, you want to go do the 50? Bitch, cut my hair. Cut my goddamn hair and put me on some other skills. I'll do it. He ain't got to do 50K an episode and you turn them down. What the fuck kind of money you making? What's going on over here? Let me know. Let me know, okay? Give me some, the girls don't know how to apply their foundation anyway. So just give me a lighter tone. Do whatever it is that y'all need to do, and I'll do that shit. He ain't got to do it for 50K. An episode. Shit. I'm like, y'all done did something to this man. Y'all done made this man mad or something. Something didn't happen. And he said, hell no. So according to Hollywood Reporter, Paige was offered a lucrative deal to return for the second season of the show, but reportedly turned it down for a multitude of reasons. A source close to the show revealed that Paige was offered a deal to guest star in 3 to 5 episodes of the season for a paycheck of $50,000 motherfucking dollars. And this man said no. Well, you know what I'm saying? Everybody don't be out here selling their soul like that, okay? Everybody don't be out here just out here trying to get money. Let me tell you, that man must know something that we clearly do not know. Okay, and he said, y'all, I'm worth more than that. Either it's I'm worth more than that, or you can no longer afford me. I'm moving on to some other stuff. I got bigger things on my lap. I don't know what else he's about to go on to do, but it's clearly gonna be bigger than this. And some part of me didn't really fault him for not wanting to do Bridgerton, because sometimes people get typecasted in these particular roles. And I've said this before on my channel, and he probably doesn't want to be stuck in that role. And every time you see him, all you know him for is for Bridgerton. You know, he probably wants to get to a level of a Will Smith where you're known for so many things and not just that one thing. Even though, you know, Will Smith's claim to fame for the most part has been, you know, Fresh Prince, but he catapulted and went to so many other things. So I think that could be the same thing for Reggae Jean Page. So we'll just have to see, you know, but I'm still shocked by that 50K. Like, what you got going on, sir? Let us sister know what you got going on. But he's gonna move on. I will take a beige James Bond. So you think, I did see that in the comments where people mentioned James Bond. So that, is he about to go do that? That's probably gonna bring him a lot more money, you know. So that's what I want to know. What else he got on, you know, in his pocket? He is already in another show. Which show is that? Which show is he in? Riley, I missed this comment. Riley, can you still breathe through your first nose? Did Nene inspire your nose? I'm ready for Q&A. Embarrassing. Well, I'll tell you this. In Riley's defense, and I love me some MJ, but Michael Jackson was able to breathe through his, I'm sure. Okay? I'm positive that she can breathe through hers. I am sure. Okay? So we'll go ahead and move on to y'all favorite couple. Some of y'all would refer to them as your couple goals here in America, okay? Or here in Georgia, or here in Atlanta, honey, okay? T.I. and Tiny. All right. Now they're saying that T.I. and Tiny released a statement through their attorney to respond to the new sexual assault allegations against them. Within recent weeks, the sexual assault allegations against T.I. and Tiny have continued to remain present. Recently, there were 3 additional alleged victims that came forward and have accused the couple of sexual assault. Now T.I. and Tiny have responded to the new allegations through their attorney. According to Billboard, T.I. and Tiny's attorney, Steve Sato, said the Harrises are still waiting for the accusers to reveal themselves publicly. By continuing to hide behind anonymous allegations, the unnamed accusers effectively render themselves not credible and unworthy of belief. We say let the light shine on their identity so we can go about disproving their, whatever this term is, accusations. Okay, they're rude, disrespectful accusations. My thing is, they shouldn't have to tell y'all who they is. Okay, it ain't their fault that y'all happen to be public figures and everybody know who y'all are. Okay, that ain't their fault. Why you didn't know who the hell they is? You know, and for them to say that they're deeming themselves to not be true or valid or whatever like that, well, that's just gonna have to be determined in court now, ain't it, honey? You're gonna have to prove whatever you think or disapprove everything you think in the court of law. So what else is going on? But I do think in a timely fashion, in order to have a proper trial, those victims, whoever those accusers are, they should be able to release that, and like they should be able or required to release that information in order to have a fair trial amongst each other. But I think the Harrises are asking that their names be dropped honestly in the public so that public opinion can probably have a say on their half of the case as it's having a say on the Harrison side of the case as well. So that's what I'm thinking. But, you know, I'm shocked that the accusers' names have not been dropped as far as we've gone. I am shocked to see that this story is still going on. But like I said, you know, they want these names. They want to know who they are so they can go about disapproving and likely IDK. I don't know. They could be going about trying to threaten them. If they don't do it or they don't send anybody to do it, somebody going to threaten them. Somebody going to make them feel intimidated to not want to move forward. So I think that's one of the reasons why their attorney is so tight-knit with their information as they should be. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts about that down below. So let's move on to somebody else. I saw a quick little post about this guy. I'm not fully familiar with him, but I started listening to some stuff on YouTube about him. But I came across this post and it says Gates fought revenge porn bill saying ex-lovers can use photos as they see fit. And I was like, who is this man? Who is Gates? So I go on to read, and it says that the Washington Post is saying when Florida legislators passed a bill aimed at preventing people from sharing sexually explicit photos of their ex-partners online, then State Representative Matt Gaetz casted an opposing vote. It was one of 2, and he was one of the people that was sitting out there like, no ma'am. Okay, if you gonna send somebody photos, they can do whatever it is they want to do with those photos. And I'm kind of like, well, hold your horses, sir. You may want to ease back just a little bit. I disagree. If somebody sends you something in confidence and in privacy, then that should technically be between you and that person. But also when you're sending explicit photos of yourself, and not just photos, when you're exchanging confidential information or just private information you would deem is private from yourself to someone else, you got to kind of like bank on the fact that that person may potentially share that with somebody else, whether it's information by word of mouth or if it's by images that could possibly get into the hands of someone else. So you just got to be mindful on your own. You got to always work to protect yourself on your own. I understand a lot of us probably have made mistakes and done some things that we don't want to do, but moving forward, it's like you got to be cautious of that, because it's nothing for a person to just press send and it not be traced back to them. They'll have your stuff all over the world, okay? But as far as him, it's just so funny that he would go out and do this, and then years later, honey, you are being accused of having a relationship with a 17-year-old, and they are on your ass about it, sir. So it says 6 years later, with the now congressman accused of having a sexual relationship with a 17-year-old girl and sharing photos of nude women with fellow lawmakers. What the fuck, y'all? Oh, I forgot. Y'all be thinking that y'all can do whatever it is that y'all want to do. I forgot. You're right. Okay. You up there sharing pictures of other women with a. Let me know who the lawmakers are, though. Which lawmakers thought this was cool to be sitting up there looking at photos of women that they don't know on somebody else's phone, and y'all supposed to be up there conducting business? Why don't you drop their names too? Because if I was Gates, I'd be like, if you want to tell it, Let's tell all of it. Let's tell everything. Let's go ahead and drop their names too. Okay. Are they not guilty for looking at it? Let's tell everybody's name. So the sponsor of the Florida legislation says Gates opposed it because he believed the recipients of such images could use them however they wanted. I just disagree with that. I don't feel like you should be able to use anybody's private photos any way that you want without somebody giving consent for you to do so. I just don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair at all, because he wouldn't like it if somebody had done that to him. So now more and more things are starting to come out about this man. More and more things. They just talking about a lot of stuff that's been going on with him. And yeah, it's going to be tough for him to try and run for office again. I don't even know what position he holds down there in Florida. But they said then state representative. So obviously he's not a state representative, but somehow he's still connected to, I guess, politics and the Congress and stuff like that. So if anybody up in here from Florida, y'all let me know. Yeah, they also talked about, what was it, sex trafficking and all this other stuff he probably had been into. Girl, it's not looking too good for you, honey. Okay, so you might be a little careful. Be a little careful out here in these streets, because they on your ass now. Okay, they are on your Gates. Okay, and that is so funny that your name is Gates, because the gates are now opening, and they're opening on your, everybody's coming out of the woodworks. Hear what it is that I say. But we're gonna go ahead and move on to someone else that a lot of people feel like are out here on some foolery. Okay, and that would be your boy P.Diddy. Okay, so P.Diddy made a post saying, "We're done letting corporations manipulate our culture into believing incremental progress is acceptable action. If you love us, pay us. Here's my letter to corporate America." Okay, let's go on and read some of the stuff that he put in this letter. Okay, let me exit out of this right here. So he says the same feet these companies use to stand with us in solidarity are the same feet they use to stand on our necks. When confronted by the leaders of several Black-owned media companies, General Motors listed my network Revolt as an example of the Black-owned media it supports. While Revolt does receive advertising revenue from GM, our relationship is not an example of success. Instead, Revolt, just like other Black-owned media companies, fights for crumbs while GM makes billions of dollars every year from the Black community. Exposing GM's historic refusal to fairly invest in Black-owned media is not an assassination of character. It's exposing the way GM and many other advertisers have always treated us. No longer can corporate America manipulate our community into believing that incremental progress is acceptable action. Let me just skip on down. It's disrespectful that Black-owned media companies only represent 1% of the total advertising market. It's disrespectful that distributors refuse to carry Black-owned media brands in an era where our impact and influence is undeniable. Blase, blase, blah to the motherfucking blah. He had me stop for real at "If you love us, pay us." P. Diddy, have you paid all these motherfuckers that you still owe money to from years ago? Have you done your part? And then you want to speak up here on corporate America, but in my opinion, I feel as though you're only speaking on the stance of advertising and how it can benefit your company, because you feel as though your company is not fairly compensated. So when you want to bring up a conversation and make it seem general, it's not general when we read your open letter, and it's actually more so personal, and it's really directed towards you and your company. And I just don't think that's fair. I feel like corporate America has a lot of issues, not just so much as because they're not giving all the advertising money and helping you out with your company so that you can continue to advance as a Black man and be a millionaire and billionaire and rarely give back to your people or whatever like that. No, they have issues on a scale of how they treat Black people in the workplace and how they also pay Black people in the workplace. So it's bigger than that, because when I first saw the headline, I was like, yup, wait a minute, hold on one second. If you love us, pay us. Let me go and read this. And I said, oh, this some bull. About a second paragraph, this some bullshit. Just flip everything over. This some bullshit. This man talking about himself. He talking about getting more money for his company so that he can be on a level where he can compete with BET, Viacom, and everybody else. See, that's the goal for him. That's what he's trying to do. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? But don't make it general like you speaking for us and you're not speaking for us. And then you need to also, unfortunately, sweep around your own front door before you sweep around other people's. Now, also, I think there was a situation with, was it Mace or Loon, where it took them forever or to even get their catalog back from him, and he may still have access to that catalog and they still haven't gotten it yet. So I mean, I just don't know about Diddy. Now, I'm not going to take anything away from him because he is a successful man and he's very successful for a reason. Obviously, I think there were some things that he has gotten right. There's not going to be everything that he's going to get right. He's definitely made some wrong steps along the way. But my problem specifically is the letter that he penned to corporate America when it don't speak on my behalf. It don't speak on a lot of people's behalf that's having to get up every day, go to work, not being treated fairly. A nigga come in the company and they only been there for about 6 months. You've been there for 2 years, but they already getting advanced to the next level. Excuse me, why? So you mean to tell me I gotta be fake and come in your face and go out to drinks with you and all this other extra shit just to go and get a promotion and no, that's not me. Okay? That's just not. You can't force people to be a way that you want them to be in a workspace if that's not them when they already get the work done and probably get the work done faster than the niggas you up here promoting. So it's like, if you want to talk about corporate America, talk about it in all facets, not just the facet in which you feel helps you out. Okay? Everybody can't relate to that. So I just feel like that was whack of him and the angle that he was coming from. And if you really having beef with GM, baby, go have a sit down meeting with them. We didn't need you to open this letter. We didn't need you to pin this letter up anyway. We did not need this. You the one who have access to have these conversations. So go and have a sit down with them and talk to them. Okay? So I mean, that's just what I think. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts about it. I ain't really talking about all this goddamn period. Okay, just go on, move around is what he can do. Okay, and either way, honey, good luck. All right, so let's move on to y'all, a good old buddy, Joe Biden. Okay, Biden is still considering cancellation of as much as $50,000 per person in student debt. I don't believe it. I like me some Biden, Team Biden all day. However, I don't believe that shit. Okay, they talked about 50,000. Then he went back and said no. Then he say no. Then they said 25,000. I think he said no. Then I think he said 10. Which one is it? Y'all not going to continue to group us for the rest of this year, making us think that you finna cut back on something. You better start on something. Okay, you better start on something. You know how they sent out that $600 stimulus and then turn around and sent out $1,400. Y'all may want to start come back on 5,000 or 10,000 of the student loans while y'all work out the rest. Okay, because see, here's the thing that's on the table. Period. Student loans will be forgiven. It's just a matter of how much, okay? And we ain't got time to be sitting up here waiting on y'all to make a decision. We just need y'all to go ahead and say, right now, we're going to go ahead and forgive everybody of 10,000 while we work out the rest. That's what we need y'all to do, and that's okay. Go ahead and start there. That lets me know that you're working on it, okay? Because at this point, y'all just talking, and I can't count some that y'all talking about. Okay, I can't count it until it's in my hand, until I can see the paperwork. Girl, okay, your loans went from here to here, okay? So that's where we at with that. Y'all need to go ahead and do something. Okay, give us a level 1. This is where we are with level 1. We're gonna take 2,000 off. Okay, we're gonna forgive you guys of 5,000, whatever that amount is gonna be. Can y'all go ahead and put it out there for me and stop playing? Stop with these headlines if it ain't gonna move. Period. Give me something. Okay. Now let's move on to something else. Okay, let's talk about y'all good girls of the city. Girls, I don't know what they got going on in that camp, but it ain't looking too good. And I feel like too many people involved in their friendship and their business is going to make them go apart from each other. So, last week it was a situation with Young Miami and Uzi. Okay, he hopping in her DMs, asking her some question, getting fly with her or whatever. When they get on the FaceTime, you could tell she's not really featuring him. Don't want to talk to this man. Ain't got much of a conversation. Like, baby, this is what need to be like. That's what you get. That's how it came out for me with Young Miami and Uzi. Then you got Uzi in the back talking to JT any kind of way. You ain't getting on no live. You ain't finna do this. You ain't finna. Who are you? First of all, who are you? And Southside coming along, checking the hell out of Uzi, checking him, telling him, don't you talk to my girl like that. Who do you think you are? Okay, because you can see me for it too. All the times I've saved your life from getting whooped or getting something robbed or stolen from you. You could have, come and talk to me. Don't address her. And then here it is. I don't know what's going over there. You got Young Miami auntie going on social media in Miss JT saying, Jatavia, girl, F you. I left you on red all day and didn't answer your call. Next, BIT, I raised you. I'm done. Then you got JT going back saying, how did it feel to really have so much hate in your heart? You make up lies. SHI not adding up. Photoshopping horrible. You forgot to do the AVI. Leave him alone. Before me, he was a random weirdo in y'all world. Now I'm starting to see who the weirdos are. She goes on, at least the not Jatavia, but Young Miami's aunt goes on to post a photo of, I guess, Uzi hopping in her DMs, and she was like, girl, bye. Okay, because your man hopped in my DMs, but I'm not having no conversation for him. Yikes, don't know what that's about. Then she goes on, the aunt goes on to say, never play on my sister top. I love her just like Jay did. And I'm believing it's Jay the baby daddy. Jai is the baby daddy. And then that's when Uzi decides to post, and he says, this is when I lose my cool. So I don't know what the going on over there, but ever since Uzi started claiming JT and stuff, things have been a whole lot of shaking. Now, I know they were communicating with each other when she was locked up, because that's what she mentioned. And when they got out, you know, she kind of talked about it too, and there were allegations and people just, you know, kind of saying that they may be dating or seeing each other. But now that it's like he's really claiming her, it's becoming more and more of a problem within the City Girls camp. So I am kind of worried. I see that the two girls try to maintain their friendship the best way that they can, but I'm hoping that, you know, it don't around and, you know, mess up their business or whatever. That's what I am wondering. And I'm pausing in my thoughts because I'm starting to think about Salt and Pepper and how everything was going good with them, and shit just fell apart. And I think that, you know, Tretch, when he came along and stuff, I think some of that had something to do with it. So it just kind of makes me think of, you know, Salt and Pepper when I think of the City Girls. So you got all these other people getting involved in their situation, and I feel like it's gonna put a strain on their business relationship, and we can only hope that, you know, it doesn't. But that's what I have for them. And then we're going to move on to our last topic of today, which is Marlo Hampton and Nene Leakes. Okay, so Marlo, you know, she did this interview with the Jasmine brand where I believe last time she was asked about Portia, she gave her commentary about Portia and the whole Strippergate situation. Now Jasmine brand has asked her, you know, what's going on with your friendship? What's your friendship status with Nene? Have you been in contact with Nene? And Marlo just says, yeah, you know, like we talk, you know, every now and again. We're not good buddies like we used to be, but we're still good buddies, if that makes sense. Like, we still cool. I have no issues with her or anything. You know, we both saw each other out the other night. I was with somebody, she was with somebody. We text each other, you know, we spoke to each other in passing. So basically, she also goes on to talk about how Nene is just at a, you know, a transitional place basically with her life right now. So Marlo is understanding that. So I think that Nene, you know how Nene get when things don't really go Nene's way, and she feels slighted in some sort, like she starts to distance herself from her close friends, because I think that she thinks everybody is against her, and she just doesn't want to show maybe that vulnerable side to her friends, because she probably feels like they fake and they may go around and talk about her or whatever. So Nene just got a lot of stuff going on, and when I'm learning from what Marlo said, like, girl, I ain't cool like that for real. Like, not like we, like Marlo saying, like, I'm good on my end, like it's no issue over here. She might have an issue with me. She didn't say those words, but that's what I got. But that's what I'm taking from it. Like, I'm good on my end. I ain't got no issues with her. Like, it's all love over here. Nobody could ever say anything negative about her in front of me, and that's just where we are. And I think that maybe the best thing for Marlo to do is to play it safe like that, because that friendship, even though it may be strained or they're not talking as much or they're not as close, they may get back close at any moment. Marlo goes on to say that she would love to see Nene back on Real Housewives of Atlanta. She said, yeah, absolutely. She said she'll love to see Phaedra back on. She'll love to see Sheree back on. And she'll love to see Kim Zolciak back on. Girl, move around. So that's who she said she would love to see back on. She said their shade on the show has been timeless. So they would be a great addition to come back to the show. But then she also said, hell, they should go and make their own show. And I was like, BIT, that would be good. Why won't they? Because let's think about it. Nene, Kim, unfortunately, and Sheree was all a part of the original first one anyway. anyway. So if they all really came together and took their somewhere else with a good production company, hell, maybe go to the OWN network now that they're owned by the Discovery Channel or whatever. Maybe go over there and put some content on that station. That would be great. I like that idea. Like, girl, they all should come together and they should do their own show. And I would love to see that. And I ain't gonna lie, I would be tuned in. I would not want Kim there, but if I gotta settle for Kim, if I gotta deal with Kim just to get Sheree, Phaedra, and Nene back on the screen together, I'ma deal with it. It's what I dealt with it before. I'ma deal with it. That's just me though. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts about that. But let me check out some of y'all comments, see what y'all saying. But that's really all that I have on the quick chat today. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. And while I'm reading these comments, y'all already know what I would love for you guys to do for me. I don't ask for a whole lot, okay? I just ask that you like the video for me. It doesn't take much just to go down there and like, okay? I remember Nene posted a birthday picture for Marlo, but she took it down. I wonder if Marlo did not respond. That's a one and done season. What do you mean one and done? Meaning like you wouldn't want to see it again, or meaning that they should only give you like one season and that's it? No, Kim can't do Karen playing victim, but starting stuff. That's true. That's kind of the reason why I would not want to see her. You know, I feel like Kim and Eva acted like each other in a sense, like they would do SHI and then not remember what they did. Like, bitch, how you don't roll that beautiful bean footage, please? Because this don't seem to have forgotten. Okay. So yeah, her antics would definitely get on my nerves, but I'm always here to see Sheree do a little tug on that wig. Okay, again. Okay, again. I am here for it. We just need a little tug on it. Going up, Puff does not own Revolt from what I was told. Puff was not trying to do. Oh, yes, I did see that. So Jessie Wu tweeted P. Diddy when he was talking about if you love us, pay us. She said something like, you guys reached out to me for me to be a part of some show or do something for you all, but y'all was trying to get me to do it for free. So some things are not adding up. And that's exactly what I mean. Like, you be sitting up here advocating for yourself and then trying to goop us and add us in on it, because I feel like I don't even know how I want to say it. Like, when it comes to like Black Lives Matter, and when it comes to just anything really like social justice for Black people, for me, sometimes I feel like people be hopping on this stuff like it's a motherfucking trend, like it's a joke or something like that, or because you already know it's enough people behind it that's going to be talking about it so that it can make whatever issue you have be pushed to the forefront more and they can see you. But that's not the purpose of that. You know what I'm saying? So excuse me, I don't like that at all. It be the fake ass celebrities for me. Like, it just be them for me. For sure. Y'all be sitting up here acting like y'all really be for us, honey. And y'all not. Y'all not at all. Y'all be for y'all self. Period. That ring didn't mean a thing. Embarrassing. Is she still married to Croy? Is Kim still married to Croy? I guess. Hell, they done had enough kids. Might as well hang in there. I don't think he playing ball or doing anything else. And they still got what they show on TV. And see, let me not go down that road. But no, I am. I just feel a way, even though I'm not a fan of Nene at all. I don't think it's fair, even if nobody would watch. You know, that's always the thing. People say, ain't nobody gonna watch Nene show. Ain't nobody gonna watch Nene show. I'm sure I've even said it. But here's the thing. Ain't nobody watching Kim Zolciak show either. I don't care what the fuck the viewership shows. Ain't nobody watching this shit. Ain't nobody living that long. Hello, Martin. Okay? Ain't nobody living that long. Ain't nobody watching this shit. But she's still on air. So why is it that Nene couldn't get her own shit, regardless of who watches it or not? You don't know who's going to watch it, Bravo, until you put it out there. Okay? Well, didn't Candy have a show called Candy Coded something? Well, nobody really watching that for real. But y'all gave it to her. So why y'all just won't give Nene her show? What is the issue? And I mean, I will only think that it's her attitude. That's the only thing I can think of is her attitude, and how she's always said she was a rich BIT. She's cashing Trump checks, probably so much so that she felt as though she was above the production, you know, and they had to go ahead and put her in her place, I guess, you know. Let's see. Celebs have been extremely annoying during the pandemic. Guess they're trying to stay relevant. That could indeed be exactly what it is. I don't know what the hell they got going on. I just know whatever it is I got going on, it's not for us. And celebs have definitely been clowning as far as, you know, going to these damn clubs and doing their thing because they got to get a coin. And, you know, regardless of the pandemic, I don't fault them too much for going to the clubs to do walkthroughs or whatever, because it's like at the end of the day, the clubs was going to be open and the people still was going to go whether you showed up or not, clearly. And everybody is in charge of their own body. So if you choose to put your body at risk and going to the club, then who the hell am I? Yikes. But yeah, y'all, I was just going through you all's comments, but that's really all that I have. You know, I'm running up on the hour. You know, I didn't want it to go this long, so this is great. A wonderful stopping point. You know, as I've said before, if you have not already liked the video, please do me a favor, like the video. And yeah, that's really all I got. Come back for the rest of my videos. I will be doing Ready to Love. I'm gonna try to get that video up tomorrow. If not, it's probably going to be Sunday. We are going to see. It just depends on what I'm doing over the weekend that determines when that video comes out to you guys. So just be looking out for that. Real Housewives of Atlanta, Married to Medicine, and anything else. Probably some more quick checks, because I do enjoy doing these quick checks and bringing y'all some quick topics for us to talk about or whatever. But that's really all that I got. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. Be sure to share my videos, and I'll catch you guys at another one. Bye-bye.